I always talk about how, man, it's crazy how the world, it's like everybody is so into what's popular in this world, what's for the culture in this world. And I'm just like, man, you can't take none of this stuff with you. Like, why is this so important? Why do you care about what people think about you? Jesus, when you coming back? So in the last vlog, I forgot to tell you guys about this recipe that I have been playing out. Like, this is like my second or third time making this dish. It is cabbage, shrimp, and beef sausage sauteed, and it is so delish. I'm always looking for new recipes and different things to eat for lunch that I can make stretch. And I actually found this on Instagram, and I tell y'all, I've just been playing it out. I put my seasonings in. I'm using complete seasoning, garlic powder, Old Bay, and also there's one more. I think I put a little bit of cilantro in there. But when I say it's so good, it's so good. This is my first time cooking my shrimp in the air fryer, and it came out pretty good. I like to season my shrimp separately from my cabbage, but y'all have to try this. And big ups to old girl that dropped this recipe because it is amazing. What'd you say?
Subscribe.
Y'all heard her.
Subscribe, please.
Alyssa spent the weekend with me. We did our usual baking cookies.
Wait, where'd it go?
Where would it go?
The towel.
What towel?
The napkin.
I just cleaned everything up. I threw everything away on the table. I didn't know you wanted it. What did you need the napkin for?
The tooth.
Your tooth is in it?
Yeah.
When I picked it up, what no? Her tooth came out, y'all. You want to show your tooth? Came out. I just threw the napkin away. It didn't look like nothing was on it or in it. And now she's telling me her tooth is in it. So now we got to go dig in the trash can and find her tooth.
I'll go record.
That's crazy. Alyssa Cherie asked me to come to her Thanksgiving event at her school in her classroom. And so I spent the day with her, and then she wanted to spend the night and have a slumber party. So that's what we did. We had a slumber party. I put some gel sticker nails on her. She kept complaining that they were coming off. We played games, we baked, and you know how we do. And by the way, we found her too. This game was one that I had never seen before, keeping up with the rhythm of the music. She's such a little bundle of joy and so peaceful to be around. God is good. To be honest with you all, today started off kind of slow, but I still stuck to my normal regimen, praying first, reading, and listening to whatever sermon I have set for the day. But overall, the day has still been great. Hey y'all, I made some quesadillas. Every time y'all see me, I'm gonna be making some food or eating. I just finished the quesadillas though. They were so delish. I was gonna make a Mexican pizza, but then at the last minute, I was like, I'm gonna have all these extra tortillas left. I might as well just use two of them and make a whole quesadilla. So I did that. And I have been off of my regimen of working out. And so that's not good. When you devote to something, you're supposed to stay devoted to it. And I have not been devoted at all. I have to be honest with you all. Hopefully maybe late tonight I'll go and work out, but I don't know. Who knows? Been a very irregular day, very productive. I still have some things to do. I need to edit this video, and then I need to shoot another episode of the daily checkup. So I have some things to do, and then there's more stuff to do outside of that. Yes, a lot going on. A lot has been going on. Please keep me in your prayers. I am praying for you guys. I always pray for my audience. That's just something that I've always done, and I'm a lot more intentional about it now. One thing I have been thinking about lately is that, man, I'm just so tired. Like, do you all get to that point to where you just feel like, Jesus, when you coming back? Like, when are you coming back? Too much going on down here. It's stuff going on in other countries, the stuff that's going on here, just everyday life, people in general, family, friends. It just makes you feel like, I don't want all this extraness. I don't. It's always something, one thing after another. But thankfully, God has a purpose for us all, and that's why we are here. And that's why I love to encourage people to search for that purpose every day. Look for what it is that God needs for you to be doing while we are here on earth, because we really don't know when it's gonna all come to an end. So that's why I know you guys have seen lately that the direction of my brand has pretty much changed into what is more important in the world. I don't ever want anybody to look at me and think that I'm all about things, because I'm not all about things. There's nothing wrong with things. God blesses us with things. But I've always tried to be careful about not idolizing those things. So I've decided to focus on what I know God would want to be glorified in my life. And what I know He will want to be glorified is Him. Every chance that I can get as a Christian, I am going to encourage people to get their life right with Christ and invest time in reading the Bible and just really getting into the Word and what it means. Every single time you read the Bible, you'll probably find something new, even if it's the same thing you've read a million times before. That's what's so awesome about the Bible. There's no book in the world that's better than the Bible. But I also understand that the journey can be hard. And one misconception that people have about being a Christian is they think that everything is supposed to go right for us, and that we're not deserving of anything. God does not owe us anything. I was going through something, and I had a family member say, "Oh, I don't know why you're having such a hard time." And I know people mean well, but I think people should watch what they say, but that's a whole nother story. People mean well, but I want to make sure this is clear. Giving your life over to Christ does not mean that everything's going to come easy for us. We're still going to have those trials that we have to go through, those tests we need to take in order to get to the next level. That's just life. So being in a season where something seems like it's still for a long time to outsiders will look like, dang, like what's going on? Is she living wrong? Is she doing something wrong? And all of that. But that's not what it always is. Maybe for some people, but not for all people. It could just mean that, hey, this is your season to be tested, and I want to see what you're gonna do. I want to see where your heart posture is towards me. Do you really believe in what you say you believe in? Even when times get bad, when times are good, will you keep the same energy? So I just want to encourage people that doesn't always mean you're doing something wrong when you're in your season, or if you're in need of a breakthrough. It doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It's just a time to quiet everything down and really focus on God. That's all it is. And it's really a time, it's really a period of growth for you. And it may seem rough while you're going through it, but once it's over, everybody is gonna see why you went through what you had to go through. And the beauty in it is very encouraging to people, especially we have fellow Christians, we have people that don't know God at all. And so I believe we go through everything in life in order to have a testimony to set others up for heading into their relationship with Jesus. That's my belief. Our life belongs to Him. He created us. All the things that we get here, we can't take with us. And I've just tried to really make a point that I know things are just things. I'm grateful for everything that I have, but I don't idolize it at all. It's not gonna be, we were talking about music and how I've even changed the music I listen to. Like, I don't listen to rap anymore. If it's not drugs, it's sex, it's just a bunch of things that are pointless to me. And so in a world of a rapper, of course, they have been taught and molded, you know, it's based off of where they're from, to glorify certain things, maybe because they did not have those things. And I get it, I understand, but if that's the only energy you're putting out there is to talk about the jewelry, women, and the drugs, like, it's just ridiculous to me. Like, most likely it's the life that you're living. We're judged by our fruits. If that's all I want to sit up and talk about, then that's what my life is about. If that's all I want to sit up and listen to, then if it's not what my life is about, it's what my life is going to end up being like, because music has spirits. So I've cut out rap music. I don't even listen to I haven't had a desire to really bump R&B like I used to. I used to go hard, y'all know, but I've cut out most definitely the R&B that's overly sexual. So that's not the life I'm living. I'm not over here doing the most. I am a Proverbs woman waiting for my husband. So I don't want to be listening to music that encourages sex or any of the above, anything that's outside of my lifestyle. Our words are powerful. And so if we're listening to these things and that's never been your life, I just think it's really important to pay attention to what we're listening to and what we're singing out of our mouths, because we don't want to speak those things into our life. I don't want to be baby mama number 4. I mean, that's just not what I want to be. So I'm not going to sit up and sing that song over and over, you know, that's not the goal for me. And then it's just like, it's a spiritual and mental thing. Just like, it's just growth. I'm just past it. I don't want to, if it don't have anything to do with me, I'm not singing it. I'm not glorifying it. So God has really dealt with me on not listening to certain artists and certain music, no rap music at all. He's really showed me the real of things, and that all of that music has demonic spirits on it. I always talk about how, man, it's crazy how the world, it's like everybody is so into what's popular in this world, what's for the culture in this world. And I'm just like, man, you can't take none of this stuff with you. Like, why is this so important? Why do you care about what people think about you? Like, why is this so top of mind for the masses? It seems like I made a decision, which I've always said this, but maybe I was not living. I know I wasn't living. I wasn't practicing what I was preaching. And so I want to make sure nobody ever get it twisted that things are not important to me. Blessings come, you know, of course we all like nice things, whatever, but it's not my idol. If God speaks to me about don't listen to this artist anymore, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna sit up and make excuses as to why, or oh, maybe you guys are being too deep, or it's not that. It is that deep. God has been opening my eyes to so much stuff, to witchcraft. I'm just starting to notice things that I normally, because I am a creative person, I do come from the arts. I think I used to overlook so much, but that's over, because God has revealed to me that these aren't of me. The more and more I started to read the Bible, I started to know God's heart even more. And so it became easy to know that this is something that God wouldn't do. And so I decided to stop. Like anything I feel like God would not do, I pull back. If it's not about glorifying God, because I believe that's what we're here on this earth to do, is to glorify Him. I believe we're supposed to surrender everything that we have, everything, surrender it over to God, because everything belongs to Him anyway. And He's going to carry us through whatever we're going through, whatever trials, whatever it is, a storm, He's going to pull us through, and we're going to come out on top in the end. So that's what I mean when I say I'm tired of the world. It's just so much going on and people do not care. It's so much going on right in front of us. Nobody's trying to hide anything anymore. I just want to make sure that everything that I do is pleasing to God. And that's starting from all of my platforms, my social media, my Instagram, my photos, the way, my body language, my facial expressions, the pictures I put out, videos I put out. I have deleted so many photos. Some photos I left there because whatever, but like any bikini pictures or anything like that, for the most part, if I got through all of them there, I have taken those down off my page because I don't ever want to send the wrong energy, and I think sometimes that's what can happen. One thing that I've been hearing from God is to be careful of the energy that I'm putting out. And I never want anybody to think that I'm that girl when they come to any of my videos, my platforms. If it's an old video, it is what it is. I'm more so concerned about what's going to be left behind when I'm not here, and was it pleasing to God. And so I never want to make it like that's all I care about is being in a two-piece on a beach, or I don't know. I just it starts to feel uncomfortable. And even with men looking at my page and inboxing me, liking photos and commenting, that a lot of times feels uncomfortable. You know, like if it's respectful, that's fine, but I've never been a person that loves like a bunch of male attention. After a while, you start to feel like a piece of meat, like they're just looking at you because they think you're attractive. And it's like, I've always been, let's not get it twisted, I've always been classy, but there's a conviction on me. And how you know you feel convicted about something is you just start to feel uncomfortable. And that's what it is. It's uncomfortable. I don't want if certain photos are given if I'm in a swimsuit and I'm posing and it's giving too much sexiness from the facial expression, I'm hiding it, you know, like I'm taking it off because I feel like those photos attract men, and I don't ever want anybody to get the wrong vibes about me, because I'm a Christian first, and I want to make sure that that's what I'm seen for. I'm a Christian before I'm anything. And then also being a single woman, I need to be attracting my husband anyway. And I would never want my husband to think that I'm blending in or I'm just like the rest of the women because I'm, you know, whatever, because I'm in bikinis and whatever. I would never want that misconception when it comes to me. So it's just something that God is just in my season, in my growth season, and my faith walk season. God is truly just developing me and growing me spiritually, and I'm noticing that I'm just starting to turn away from certain things that I would normally be okay with. And so He's still working on me. Nobody's perfect, but it feels good though. I want people to be interested in getting to know more about me because of who I truly am, because of who I am, how my heart is, not because of who I hang with, what I have, and all the stuff that means nothing. Yeah, so you guys, I'm gonna end this vlog and I'm gonna get some editing done, and yeah, I will see you all next time.